Hi there, and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be learning number systems, okay, and we'll be learning to convert to base 10. Okay, so in the last lesson, we learned about the basis of number systems. We learned about binary numbers, decimal numbers. Decimal numbers are base 10 numbers, binary are base 2 numbers, and we learned about all different other bases, okay, and then basically we learned to convert from base 10 to other bases. But in this lesson, we'll be learning to convert from other bases to base 10. It's actually really easy, okay? We'll get right into it shortly. Now, as the lesson progresses, anything you don't understand, be sure to get across to your tutor, who would be more than happy to help. And yes, let's jump right into the lesson. So converting to base 10. Now let's do some recap, okay, from the last lesson, okay? So if you have a number in base 10 and you're looking to convert to another base, for example, base 6, okay, you basically just divide with 6. So you have 127 divided by 6. It would give us 127 divided by 6 would give us 21, remainder of 1. Okay, we can divide 126 by 6, it gives us 21. So basically 127 divided by 6 is 21, remainder 1. And then we divide by 6 again, we have 3, remainder 3. We divide again by 6, 3 divided by 6, we just write this down as 0, remainder 3. Okay, so now we have our remainders and we read them from the bottom upwards, and we have 331 base 6. Simple, straightforward. Okay, now what if we're looking to convert this 331 base 6 back to base 10? Okay, so 127 base 10 equals 331 base 6. But we're looking to go back. Okay, so we want to reverse what we just did. Okay, and we're looking to convert 331 base 6 to base 10. So let's see if we would arrive at 127 base 10. Now, how do we go about doing this? It's really easy, okay? And basically, when you're converting from base 10 to a different base, you divide. When you're doing the opposite, what do you think you do? You multiply, okay? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the individual digits of the number I have there, so 331, and I'm going to take the individual digits, so 3, 3, and 1, and I'm going to multiply each of them by 6. Okay, so I have 331 base 6. I want to convert to base 10. I'm going to multiply each of them by 6. Okay, so I have 3 times 6 as the first 3 plus the second 3 times 6 plus 1 times 6. Okay, very simple. That's pretty much it. All right, and now that we've multiplied all three digits by 6, there's something very special we need to do here. We need to raise each of these sixes to a particular number, and what it is starting from the right going to the left. You start with 0. You start from 0. Okay, you don't start from 1. You raise the 6 to 0. You raise the second 6 to 1, and you raise the final 6 to 2. If we had another number to the left, we would raise to 3. Okay, if we had another number, we would raise to 4, and so on. Okay, so we go 0, 1, 2. So what we have is we have 3 multiplying 6 to the power of 2 plus 3 multiplying 6 to the power of 1 plus 1 multiplying 6 to the power of 0. Okay, let's go over it again. The first thing we do is we multiply each of the digits by 6. Okay, and we basically will write that down. We'll write down the sum of each of them. Okay, and then we square, not square, we'll raise the sixes to different powers, starting from 0 from the right. So the first 6 from the right we raise to 0, the next 6 we raise to 1, the next 6 we raise to 2, the next 6 we raise to 3, the next one we raise to 4, and so on. Okay, but in this case we have 3 digits, so we just go 0, 1, 2. Okay, so now what we have there is we have 3 times 6 to the power of 2, and 6 to the power of 2 is 36. So we have 3 times 36 plus, then 6 to the power of 1 is 6. So what we have there is 3 times 6 plus 1 times 6 to the power of 0. Anything to the power of 0 is 1. Okay, so 6 to the power of 0 becomes 1. Okay, and we have 1 times 1. So what we have in the end is we have 3 times 36 plus 3 times 6 plus 1 times 1. And we have 3 times 36 is 108. 3 times 6 as 18, and 1 times 1, 1. And if you add 108 plus 18 plus 1, what do you think we get? 108 plus 18 is 126, plus 1 is 127. So basically, we've been able to reverse what we did. We first converted 127 in base 10 to base 6, and we had 331, and then we took it back. We converted 331 base 6 back to base 10, and we still arrived at 127. Okay, now example 1. Example 1, a very simple example. We're looking to convert 126 base 7 to base 10. Okay, and what we do is we multiply each of the digits by 7. We have 126 in base 7. We multiply each of the digits by 7. Okay, so we have 1 times 7 plus 2 times 7 plus 6 times 7. Okay, and then what do? We raise them to powers starting from the right, increasing powers starting from the right, 0, 1, 2. So the last 7 we raise to 0, the next one we raise to 1, the next one we raise to 2. If we have another 7, we raise that one to 3, and so on. Okay, so we have 2, 1, 0. We have 1 times 7 to the power of 2, 1 times 7 to the power of 1, and 6 times 7 to the power of 0. Okay, very good. You watch this process very closely and you know exactly what's going on here. It's the 7s we're raising to powers here. Okay, so we have 1 times 7 to the power of 2, so we have 1 times 49. 7 to the power of 2 is 49. Plus 2 times 7 to the power of 1 is 7, so we have 2 times 7. Plus 6 times 7 to the power of 0, like I mentioned, anything to the power of 0 is always 1. So we have 6 times 1. And what we have in the end is we have 49 plus 14 plus 6. And you add all of that together, you end up with 69. So 126 base 7 equals 69 base 10. Another example, example 2, and we have convert 1010 base 2 to base 10. So we have a number in base 2, and we're looking to convert that to base 10. And then basically we have 1, we multiply each of the digits by 2. Okay, so we have 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 0 times 2. Okay, and then when we have that, we just raise all the numbers starting from the right over to the left. So we have 0, 1, 2, and 3. We raise the 2's to powers. Okay, 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and basically what we have the first bit, 1 times 2 to the power of 3, and that's 1. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. Okay, and then we have 0 times 2 to the power of 2. 2 to the power of 2 is 4, plus 1 times 2 to the power of 1. 2 to the power of 1 is 2. And 2 to the power of 0 is 1, so we have 0 times 1. Okay, and then we do the multiplication. 1 times 8 will give us 8, 0 times 4 will give us 0, 1 times 2 will give us 2, and 0 times 1 will give us 0. And what we end up with, we have 8 plus 0 plus 2 plus 0, we have 10. So 1010 base 2 equals 10 in base 10. Okay, example 3, and here we've been asked to convert 231 base 4 to base 6. Now this is very interesting, okay, because so far we've learned how to convert from base 10 to another number, and we've learned how to convert to another base, and we've learned how to convert from other bases to base 10. But then we haven't said anything, we haven't talked much about converting from one of the other bases to another base. So this is what we have here. We have base 4, and we're looking to convert this to base 6. Okay, there's no 10 here. Okay, and how exactly do we do this? Okay, what you do when you're looking to convert like this is you first convert to base 10. Okay, so you convert 231 base 4 to base 10, and once you have that number in base 10, you then convert to base 6. So if you're looking to convert 231 base 4 to base 6, you don't know how to convert 231 base 4 to base 6. But what you know is you know how to convert 231 base 4 to base 10. Okay, and you know how to convert a number in base 10 to base 6. So what you do is you convert to base 10, and then you convert to base 6. And in this case, we have 231 base 4 to base 10, and we just multiply by 4, multiply by 4, multiply each of the digits by 4, and then we raise to 0, 1, and 2, okay? And then we have 4 to the power of 2 is 16, plus 4 to the power of 1 is 4, and 4 to the power of 0 is 1. Okay, so 2 times 16 gives us 32, 3 times 4 gives us 12, 1 times 1 gives us 1, and when we add those numbers together, we have 45. Okay, and 45, what we have is we have 45 base 10. Now we're looking to convert to base 6, so we have a number in base 10, and we just go ahead. We know how to convert from base 10 to base 6. We divide by 6, divide again, divide, and we have our answer 113 base 6. Simple, straightforward. And that would bring us to the end of this very simple lesson, converting numbers from other bases to base 10. Okay, and then we can go ahead now and attend questions on the worksheet. Bye for now.